Man on the Moon 3 is Kid Cudi's 7th studio album, and every single one of its predecessors have been very rich in content concerning his struggles with loneliness and mental health issues, paving the way for a very niche part of hip-hop that a lot of artists have incorporated into their music in different amounts and variations since his hit single Day and Night in 2009. I'm always so particular about track ones. Albums like African Giants by Burna Boy or Asteroid by Travis Scott prepare you for the experience while not trying to give it all away at once. It has to set the mood but not overpromise. Beautiful Trip, the first track of Man on the Moon 3, did exactly this. The whole 37 seconds ushers you into the next hour with Cudi. The understated irony in this whole body of work is how he constantly references his pain, but not in a painful way most times, and sometimes even references it in a victorious way. He basically doesn't want us to dwell in it, but also not shy away from it. He keeps this theme for the whole album. It's first prevalent in Another Day, where the hook is This is a good example of how Scott manages to communicate his pain and struggles in an almost anthem-like way, in no way bringing the listener's spirits down. From She Knows This to Show Out is exactly what we can expect from Cudi. The beats are guaranteed to get you moving, and he shows off his flow and rapping the most in this stretch of the album and towards the end. It also has some refreshing moments for sure, like hearing what he can do on a UK drill beat. Skepta was exceptional on this, and so was Pop Smoke. This collaboration was elite. When I heard Solo Dolo the first time, I wanted everything to stop. I didn't understand what I was hearing. The simple drums and the humming by Cudi is as euphoric as it can get. He nails the harmony in this track in a way that only Cudi can. It's very capable of causing an almost out-of-body experience if you can relate to the lyrics. He doesn't only mention being lonely in this song, but also just references a general sadness. Even with no meaning attached to this track, it is truly orgasmic. I'm not saying that it has no meaning to it, I'm just saying that if you don't derive a meaning from it personally, just the melody, the drums, the vocals is enough to make it one of your favorite tracks in this album. Solo Dolo 3 brought a bit of a change of pace, not only in the beats or instrumentals, but also in the way Cudi raps for the next few tracks. Like, he has a lot to say, and he really wants us to hear him more clearly now. Sad People starts with him referencing an uncertainty in self that we are all very familiar with. It was very concerning to me personally that even as an icon, trailblazer, and inspiration to so many, that this doubt might never leave. tells us that he has accepted this doubt and sadness as part of his journey and dedicates this song to the so-called sad people, telling us to do the same. Elsa's Baby Boy is a very personal song. Here we see Scott leave a little window open to the traumas of his childhood. Also, if you know where the dialogue from the beginning of the track comes from, please write it down in the comments for me. September 16th might be my favorite track from this album. The mumbling of the lyrics, drums, vocals, everything just comes together and preps us for what I consider to be the only love song on this record. The instrumentals denote longing, a desire for someone that is out of reach. Cudi admits to needing someone's love, a specific person that has even invaded his dreams, but evaded his grasp. Listening to this album for the first time, The Void can easily be your favorite track from it. It's one of the most positive tracks on the record, and it kind of breaks the melancholic vibe that has been prevalent since Solo Dolo till now. Loving Me keeps the positive vibes going and the lyrics speak for itself. For the Kids is truly a beautiful song in my eyes. He advises the kids in this track, and just in case you had any doubts, he assures you that this is in fact the right vibe as he gets ready to wrap up the album. He has been fighting with his mental health issues since he was young. So he's trying to speak to younger ones that might feel, alone, isolated, like he might have. This was generally a very bubbly listen. Cudi manages to make all these emotions of all colors, mostly of darker shades, very digestible and enjoyable. He wants us to have a good time, but also doesn't want suffering and pain in any form, such as mental health issues and even addiction, to come as a sucker punch to us or seem out of the norm. He doesn't want it to be surprising that we might struggle with these things, and he doesn't want us to feel alone if we have already battled or are currently battling with these. These things happen, and anybody can jump in, and anybody can definitely jump out of it. I understand how you might think that this is a sad album. He mentions suffering and pain in almost every track. I have mentioned suffering and pain so much as I've been speaking to you guys. But it's not about that. It's not about suffering. It's not about pain. It's not an album that will bum you out or will make you feel like sad in any sense. It actually raises you up and helps you carry with you this baggage with a little more grace, knowing that you aren't alone and we all go through it. Lord I Know is a solid album closer. Irrespective of your religious stance, you have to agree that at the end of the day, you can only do your best and leave the rest. Thank you for watching. please like and subscribe so that you can be the first to know when videos like this drop. See you next time.